had a dream that I was married last night. The star with the Three of Cups. Hello. It's in reverse, but we've been showing up as a star reversed for a while. I want to know what we can do to temper that energy. And when I was gonna go to record this, I went back and I found a reading that I did a while ago. It was a Ponyo reading. A reading where I went and I watched the Ponyo movie and I like channeled all the messages from it and like everything, and it's like an hour and 30 minutes long, damn near as long as the movie is, maybe even longer. And dude, it's crazy, especially because of the dream that I had last night. It's crazy because in that dream I didn't even feel really like romantically inclined towards the person that I was supposedly married to. And for some reason it was like Easter time around, like in my dream, and we were like walking around the store, but it was huge and I was 111 on the timer. It was huge and it was getting lost, and I was trying to find the exit. We were all trying to find the exit so we could leave. And my partner, I'm trying to be as quiet as I can. I know my shuffling can be really loud. My partner just kept like wandering around with me, you know, never really saying much, never really like doing much, just being there, you know, and like not guiding me out or anything, just allowing me to take the lead to find the way out. And as we were going, there was someone that was like talking to us and like clearly interested in what we had going on, and I was like, oh yeah, this is my spouse, and like excuse me, and mind you, I have never seen this person in my life before. This is like an entirely new face, an entirely new person I've never seen before. And it was just really interesting and weird. And like now, more that I think about it, I think we were in the UK or something. Because when we got into the car, I went and I got into the right side of the car, 2, 3, 4 on the timer, when in America, like, and I don't drive, I don't have a license, so like that's not how that works here. In America, I said it and I meant it. Anyways, so Spirit, what's up with the energy right now? What's up with everything? 2 of Wands in the reverse. Interesting. I immediately heard you don't get a choice, you don't have a choice, which is interesting. Why would you say that, Spirit? 3 of Swords in the reverse, because there's something to learn here. There's something to understand here. Ace of Cups, 3:23 on the timer. There's something to learn. There's something to reconnect with. There's something to understand again. Something to see from a new perspective. Something that's like refreshing. Something that's new. Spirit, is this what I think it is? Which way did you want this, Spirit? Shit. Hold on. It's 4:04 on the timer, but Spirit, what is this? What is this, Spirit? Wheel of Fortune with the 9 of Pentacles. Right. Well, I do want you over here. I just want you right there. So right here is where you're gonna go. Interesting. We have the 9 of Wands and the 6 of Coins in the reverse. So it looks like 6 and 9. It's interesting. The Devil in reverse, the 5 of coins in the reverse, the 2 of coins in the reverse, Queen of swords, Justice, 7 of cups, King of coins, and 4 of cups in the reverse with the 6 of wands. Interesting. Somebody is seeing something shifting in your life, which is why this energy is so weird feeling. Because people are actively watching you right now. People are actively watching you on your journey, and it's like, it's kind of icky. I hate that energy. I hate that vibe so much. Like, mind your business. Mind your business. Like, it's not any of your business to be over here. Why are you over here? Why are you watching me? The fuck? Are you meant to be aligned with my life? Yeah? Okay, cool. Be aligned. 555 on the timer, but stop stalking me. The fuck? I can do a lot of things, and I can deal with a lot of things, but I hate obsessiveness. I hate it. Anyway. So, I pulled out a bunch of other cards for... what's it called? Clarification. And it's super interesting because it looks like that you are currently going through a life path, or you're currently going through a moment of life where you're being very, very hard on yourself. You're being very, very hard on yourself, excessively hard on yourself, where you're not allowing yourself to like kind of move with passion, with joy, with fun, with excitement, and instead you're moving through life with a lot of like self-hate, a lot of self-judgment, a lot of cruelty towards self. And with the 4 of swords, like, and judgment in the reverse coming out, clarifying the 2 of wands in the reverse, it feels like you're really trying to like, it's like you're trying to force yourself to move, but you literally have no other choice but to rest. You have no other choice but to relax right now. You have no other choice but to dream right now, because you have been so desensitized to life. You've become so desensitized to life. You literally, like, the way I'm seeing it is like you don't see the whimsy in life anymore. You don't find the fun in life anymore. And when you do, it's very like self-exploratory. Like, you are very much so isolated or just with yourself a lot, or that whenever you're with yourself, you are vibing a lot more and enjoying life a lot more, but the second somebody else comes into the picture, you kind of feel that part of you shut down, almost like a survival instinct, almost like a way to protect yourself. And I just heard it's devastating. Like, a female voice just went, it's devastating. And, oh, damn. There are people that are really hurt by you right now. There are people that are really hurt by you right now. The King of Swords. This guy's been popping out a lot in the collective. A lot in the collective energy. I understand this collective. Every single time you do see an upload, there are like 10 other videos that I have not uploaded. Not because I don't want to, but because there's a lot of like energy that I have to fight when it comes to doubt and when it comes to the question of alignment. And I want to share those messages, but it does freak me out a little bit because like the things that are said and the things that are shared, 9:18 on the timer, they can get a little a little whimsical in the Delulu way. You know what I mean? But that's just my energy. That's just my energy. It's interesting because I have a Virgo stellium in my house, which is like the mutable earth sign, but like I am not a very grounded person. You know, I'm grounded like an landslide is. Like, if that makes any sense. Anyways, so, oh my gosh, excuse me for a second. Okay, that's better. That's better. I appreciate that a lot more. See, like, that's kind of the thing. Like, the universe is kind of forcing you into this position where you have no other choice but to take on a new perspective in life, but to take on new opportunities, but to understand things from a new perspective. Because there are people that have really, like, destroyed your faith, your hope, your whimsy. Like, and the thing is, like, these people hearing that would feel so satisfied and good within themselves for that. They would. They'd be so happy and satisfied hearing that shit. And that's just further evidence of, like, how destructive and awful and truly sinister these people are at their core. And you being one of the people that had to deal with this person, but in a way that was so destructive towards your entire self. Like, the last reading I did, I had a dream where somebody stabbed me directly in my solar plexus, right? In an attempt to kill me. 11:11 on the timer. Extra confirmation and wish fulfillment is coming. The solar plexus talks about your will. It talks about the fire that is lit within you to take action. It's the spirit. And that's what they tried to kill. That's what they tried to kill in you. That's what they tried to shatter in you. And the universe is saying, like, their plans, they only ever worked out in your benefit, okay? Because the thing is, spirit is never going to let you go through anything it isn't absolutely sure that you can get past. Spirit, the universe, God, whatever you believe in, is never going to put you through any kind of test or trial that it isn't absolutely sure you will succeed and move through and come out the other end stronger. 12:12 on the timer. Think of it like I'm literally seeing examples of, like, Mario. Super Mario World, bro. Super Mario. Point blank period. The levels get increasingly difficult the further and further you get along in the game. Not because the game wants you to suffer, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timer, but because the game knows that it's a lot more satisfying when you get through that really tough level and you, like, it took you like 25 tries, but you did it, and oh my god, great job, you defeated that mini boss. Now let's move on to the next, level where it has an entirely different new scenery and so many different new kind of, like, puzzles and tricks and whatever, right? And it makes you better. It builds up your skill throughout the game so that you can achieve more. 13:13 on the timer, so that you succeed more. All right? That's who you are. That's how you are, truly, okay? You have been going through this entire process of going through really painful, horrible, detrimental shit. 13:31 on the timer, okay? And the thing is, like, there are a lot of people right now that are completely convinced that there's some kind of timeline going on right now where everybody's, like, soulmate, twin flame, whatever connection is, like, is super karmic right now because one of them is really out of alignment and they're falling into their own karmic cycles when they were supposed to move forward into enlightenment with us, right? I don't think that's the case, because if these people really are our twin flames or our soulmates or whatever, I don't think any of us even want them. Okay? Be so fucking for real. Like, do you really want these people, or do you just feel deeply attached to them because they have seen and exposed the most vulnerable parts of you? And maybe they were able to show some kind of an affection or endearment towards those parts of yourself, but Were they really able to accept them and love them? There's a huge difference between affection and love, y'all. Like in the dream I had, I was married to somebody, but the entire fucking time we were not, like, there was no point in the entire dream, 15:15 on the timer, where we, like, when we were in the store or when we were walking out, where I was, like, really showing my partner any kind of affection. At some point, they ended up holding my hand, and that was fine, because why not? We're holding hands. It's fine. It's a store. It's fine. But it wasn't until we got into the car that, like, I, like, grabbed their hand and I was like, yeah, I really want a purple car. I love purple cars. I think they're so cute. There's nothing I wouldn't do for a purple car. And they were like, yeah, nothing. There's nothing you wouldn't do. And I was like, yeah, nothing. Nothing at all. And then I leaned my head on their shoulder and we just sat there for a minute and, like, rested. Just sat there because I get really overstimulated and really, really exhausted from going into public spaces and being surrounded by people. I would say it's a problem, but it's not a problem. It's just me. I'm just built like that. What can I say? Anyways, so, man, this is going all over the place. In that dream, there was little to no affection shown, and when affection was shown, it was shown in a way that really showed a deep-rooted love. A deep-rooted love. Like, there was no insecurity, there was no uncertainty, there was no questioning. Like, and the thing is, like, even in the dream, it's like, even if you did find yourself, like, feeling allured towards other people, I trust that I'm still the one you will go back to because I'm the one you've committed to, you know? And I trust that your integrity is stronger than your desire. 17:17 on the timer. And that's the thing that these people, that these past karmic relationships, I'm not going to say they're twin flames. Fuck that noise. The thing is, like, when you go down the enlightenment journey or the journey to try to understand things on a deeper level, right? Because enlightenment, that's like, it's not like an actual achievable thing, but I have no idea what other word I could possibly use to describe going down a soul journey. I really can't, okay? But the thing is, when you go down this kind of journey, you not only learn how to burn, like, think of you and this other person as actual flames, right? Twin flames, okay? You learn how to burn brighter, to burn stronger, to light up rooms in a way that you haven't before. 18:18 on the timer. You burn into a completely different color. And when your other flame goes down a karmic cycle, they burn out. They put their flame out. Or they grow smaller and smaller in size until they're more like a matchstick instead of a torch. And the thing is, a lot of the people that are in this collective, they're on their way to becoming a bonfire. You really think a match is your twin flame? No. Because the thing is, we're all collectively coming together as individual torches and we're becoming bonfires together. Okay? Those people are burning out on their own little matchsticks into nothing. And they're running out. They're running out of time. They're running out of fuel. They're running out. And you cannot convince me in any realm that correlates to soulmates. Just because you felt a connection before does not mean that connection is there anymore, because you are past that point. You are no longer the person that was in connection with that person before, and that person is no longer the person that was in connection with the version of you before, because the way that you've grown has turned them into something ugly. And that's not your fault. It's not your fault at all. They chose ugly from the beginning. They chose ugly from the beginning. You chose integrity. You chose truth. You chose to be vulnerable and honest and transparent. 2020 on the timer. They couldn't do that. And then now, like, Spirit is, like, telling you, yeah, this person literally has no fucking clue what's going on right now. They have no fucking clue. King of Swords, Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords in the reverse. They have no fucking clue. They don't have a single idea or understanding of what's happening. They're looking at you right now and they're like, oh, I won because you're clearly suffering and you're clearly struggling. But that's not the case. The reason why you're struggling right now is because you're being too hard on yourself, not because of whatever the fuck they're doing. Everything that they're doing is bouncing right off of you and being sent right back to their bitch ass. And the thing is, Spirit has been holding off the energy from hitting them because Spirit is like, no. I want to see. I want to see just how low they can go without being punished. 2112 on the timer until there's like no way for them to get any fucking lower. 2121 on the timer. I'm going to see how low they can go without getting punished, and how far they are willing to go without getting directly punished, until I send every single fucking drop of energy that they tried to send your way to destroy you, and see how they like it then. And that'll only come the day that they have nothing left to say, the day they actually shut the fuck up, the day that they genuinely feel like they're at their rock bottom and things can't possibly get worse. The universe is going to crack the ground right underneath them. This journey isn't going to be anything that's new to you. If anything, it's going to be something that's really scary. Something that you're like, dude, the actual fear that I'm feeling is kind of fucked. It's scary. You see that? Probably not at all. The Ten of Wands in the reverse, the Knave of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. These feel very, very significant. At least these two do. Ooh, and then the Ten of Wands flipped and fell on top of the Fool card. See, the thing is, the way that you're looking at this, it's coming from a very misconstrued point of view. You're looking down this path, and can you shut the fuck up? Oh, it's the trash guy. Never mind. Carry on. My bad. I thought it was a school bus. I have somebody that drives school buses around here. 23 on the timer. Anyways. My bad. 23:32 on the timer. You're looking at this new beginning really misconstrued because you're like, this isn't new. You're looking at this like, this isn't new. And it technically isn't. It isn't anything new that you haven't experienced, right? But 2, 3, 4, 5 on the timer, this is unlike anything you've ever experienced before. And you're looking at it like it's a burdensome thing. Like this is something that you have to go through, that you have to deal with in order to get the wish fulfillment that you want. But that is not how Spirit wants you to look at this. Spirit wants you to look at it from the point of view of who you are, how worthy you are, how deserving you are, how valued you are, how valuable you are, how the way that you've invested within yourself has grown and proven to be evident of how much worth you truly have. I look like I have such giant eye bags under my eyes, but it literally, I keep sleeping in. Like the past like 4 days I've been sleeping in, but then again I stay up until like 2 a.m. every night, like writing or drawing or some shit. Anyway, Spirit doesn't want you to look at this from like a place of lack, from the 5 of Coins, because like the way all this energy is coming out, it's coming from this position where you're looking at this like it's happening to you, not for you. And the entire thing about this, all of this energy, is that it's blessings. These are blessings coming your way. These are blessings, gifts, manifestations that you've been wanting to ground, and you're looking at them like things that you literally don't even want to experience because of all the shit that other people have put you through. That is devastating. That is devastating. Because if these are your truest, deepest desires, and you can't even look at them like the gifts that they are, because people couldn't treat you the way you deserve to be treated, I don't even know what to say to that. I don't even know what to say. I mean, fuck. There's no winning with that. There's no winning with that mindset. God, and just think about how satisfied and happy these people would be to know that they were the ones that ruined your entire optimistic outlook on life. Disgusting. Fucking disgusting. No. Denounce these people as your twin flame. It's disgusting. Denounce them. I don't care. I don't care. Denounce these people as your soulmate. I don't care. I don't care how good the good times were. The sheer satisfaction they feel in seeing you like this is evidence enough that they never fucking loved you. Not for 1 second. Not for 1 fucking second. 27 on the timer. And if they genuinely did feel that way, if they genuinely did ever feel that way towards you, it's all gone. It's not here anymore. It is gone. It is beyond gone. It is beyond desecrated. It is beyond destroyed. You're saying things clearly. You're seeing things clearly. Yeah. King of Wands, the Four of Cups in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Knave of Pentacles. Hold on a sec. Okay. You're seeing things clearly. Is it finally clicking? Are you finally seeing it? Are you finally understanding it? Let me just move my tissues over here. Because you're coming out, like, at this moment as, like, the King of Wands in the way where you need to empower yourself, in the way where you need to trust yourself that even you deserve rest. Even you deserve recovery. Even you deserve retrieval. You deserve to relax. 29 on the timer. You deserve to sit back and take the time, take the breath, take the moment that you have to just live. And you don't have to show up and show out every day. You don't have to do the most. You don't. You have nothing to prove to anybody. You have nothing to prove to anybody. 30:03 on the timer. Spirit has already seen everything. Spirit has seen everything. Everything you ever did. Everything they ever did. Everything that you said, felt, thought, acted on. Everything that they said, felt, thought, and acted on. And Spirit knows what you deserve. Spirit knows what you deserve. Okay? And Spirit is going to find a way for it to work out for you. You just need to trust in the plan. You need to trust in the plan. And you need to trust that all you need to do right now is rest. Please. Rest. I mean, genuinely rest. I'm not talking about potatoing it out all day. I mean, like, can you spend 10, 15, 20 minutes sitting in silence? Can you do some meditation? Can you do some yoga? Take care of your body? Can you do something that you know always makes you feel a little bit better, or makes you feel good, or makes you feel refreshed? Can you do that for yourself? Can you offer yourself what you are so desperately searching for outside of yourself? We know you can. Spirit knows you can. So what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting on? 32:23 on the timer. Any final messages, Spirit? What they took from you, what they stole from you, there was no rhyme or reason for it. There was no reason for them to behave the way that they did, and there's no justifying anything that they did, because it all came from this place of misunderstanding. It all came from this place of misreading, 33:33 on the timer, of purposefully trying to not understand you, purposefully trying to not get you. And because of that, the 10 of Cups that you guys had together were all destroyed. The fulfillment that you felt with this person was stolen. They took it for themselves to share with somebody else. And the things that you had to go through because of that, it takes a lot of strength to come out the other end. But you had so many other experiences before this that helped you to see and understand why things had to go the way they had to go. You have been through so much in your life, and Spirit wants to applaud you for that. But Spirit isn't gonna break out the celebratory fucking, festival, confirmation burp, until you're ready to go out there. And Spirit isn't going to start anything and put you out in the crowd until you feel your best. Because Spirit doesn't want you to be put on public display just for you to feel humiliated and ashamed, just for you to feel numb, just for you to feel like everything that's happening has to happen just so you can move forward a little bit more. You're not a robot. You're not a monster. You're a person with person feelings. And you deserve to feel those feelings. And you deserve to feel your best. Okay? You deserve to feel good in your skin, and you deserve to feel like you've earned this. 35 on the timer. Thank you so much for being here, angels. Thank you so much for being here, angels. Thank you for letting me read your energy. If this resonated with you, you should let me know. You should talk to me, because this is a safe space. You're allowed to talk about the things that you feel like you can't talk about anywhere else. I love you very much, and I hope I will see you in the next one.